Okay, very good.
And thank you very much for this excellent lecture. And so we'd like to move into some discussion session. And I'd like to ask any questions from our audience. And maybe you could use chat to raise your questions, because you know, we may not be able to see even if you raise your hand. There are so many participants.
Yeah.
And for all these lectures and talks, presentations we had today by Professor Gianluca Sari, and also Nobel laureate Professor Joel Morrow, and also from our side there are several presentations, even including mine. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask us. Okay, we don't seem to be receiving questions. And one thing we'd like to announce. Okay, I think we have one. Is there any scheduled plan for the gamma beam experiment?
Yes, there is one question from Cristian Mihail Teodorescu. He is asking, is there any scheduled plan for gamma beam experiments? Yes, we have a rich program of experiments with gamma beams that will start in 2023.
Professor Pietro, go ahead. I mean, you want to talk. Is it possible for Professor Norbert Pietrara to talk on the microphone?
Yeah, okay, thank you very much for unmuting me. Okay, I have got a question actually to Professor Sari.
Okay, try, Professor yes. Pietrara.
Yes, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So first of all, I would like to thank all the speakers, and I have got a question to Professor Sari. He has pointed out the usage of the laser to produce electrons for then exploiting them and the laser to do the nonlinear QED studies. I was wondering that ELI-NP facility is also setting up an electron accelerator of up to 0.7 GeV electron energy. I mean, wouldn't that be a much more beneficial setup because the electron beam would be much cleaner with respect to emittance and also to spectral density than the electrons produced from the lasers. And they are also time synchronized with the laser. So we were thinking of having the 10 petawatt laser electron interactions, or also the gamma ray interactions, because he was also thinking about the two photon things.
Yeah.
Would that be beneficial for the future?
Yeah, yeah. This is a very, very good point. And in fact, there are experiments already in this sort of area. Either we have experiments in SLAC at phase 2, where we are planning to use the electrons from the accelerator. And you're right. It's preferable at this point, because the stability and properties of an electron beam from an accelerator are still superior to those compared to a laser wake field accelerator. I understand, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people from ELI-NP can correct me. But I understand that there is no plan as yet to use the electron beam from the accelerator. Is that correct?
No. There is a plan also.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good to hear. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That's excellent.
we can do these QED testing in both ways.
Okay. Okay. That's excellent news. Yeah. So that would be definitely an avenue to explore. I agree. The only slight drawback is that the energy is not as high. So the field, because the field experience in the rest frame of the electron is boosted by the Lorentz factor of the electron. So having in wake field, we might be able to get to the multi-GeV level. So effectively a higher effective field in the rest frame of the electron than if we use the 0.7 GeV from the accelerator. But still would be an interesting combination to explore. I agree.
Okay, we got a question by Professor Ravindra Kumar from India, and his question is, what's the priority of the experiment? And in my talk, I explained that for the commissioning experiment, we can start working with expert users, and these commissioning experiments, it's based on some white paper and the technical design report. It's published in the Romanian Report on Physics. And some of those experiments are recommended by ISAB, International Scientific Advisory Board. So these plans are already, raised and waiting for the experiment. So those are the ones with kind of high priority. And in the next user experiment and user workshop we're planning to have in early next year, you can propose your experiment, and this selection will be given to the physics advisory committee. So I hope we answered your question. The contrast of the laser, what the prospects of doubled light, green light.
So I will answer this related to the contrast. So
what's the question?
So the question is, what is the contrast of the laser, and what are the prospects for doubled light? So I think that doubled light is about the second harmonic generation and using green. So for the contrast, at this moment, the contrast that we are achieving at about 200 picosecond is going down to 10 to minus 13. But unfortunately, it's reaching the capabilities of the current commercial devices that are available. So we are also planning to install and integrate plasma mirrors to increase the contrast, but also to protect from back reflection. Related to second harmonic generation and using doubled light, so green light, at this moment we do not have such plans. But it's an interesting approach, and it may be interesting to implement at one moment.
Yeah, but I mean, you are going to destroy the beam quality if you do harmonic generations.
Yeah, so we didn't plan yet anything related to this. So we are not working on this direction. Olivier is also around us. Yeah. It was about the contrast, the pulse contrast.
Yeah, so there is, I don't know if you can hear me. There is a few ways we're investigating to enhance a bit more than this contrast, especially the pedestal between the, I would say 200 picosecond and the main pulse. So we have a PhD student going on this with a team in France, with the Apollon team in France to get that working. And we already have quite few good results. There's a publication already on that subject. And we are trying to confirm those preliminary results and to try to see if upgrade can be then therefore integrated on the system here at ELI to enhance that contrast.
Un Inde, tout ça.
Okay. No other questions.
So we don't see other questions from the participants. So we would like to thank all the lecturers of today's symposiums, all the people who worked for preparing the movies that you have followed during the presentations, and of course all the participants to attend the symposium and to celebrate with us the inauguration of the 10 petawatt system and user workshop, symposium, sorry. What we want to mention it is that the recorded version of the symposium will be posted on the ELI-NP website and will be available for everybody.
And hopefully we'll see you on site in the spring. We hope to have you here and to start the user experiment.
Yeah, we cannot wait for this.
I believe it. Thank you very much for everything.
I think it was excellent. I mean, this afternoon was great. I mean, it's really very impressive.
Thank you.
Thank you
for
very much.
everybody's interest. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,